What is the deal, beautiful people? It is your boy Uncle RZA, back to talk some more shit. I want to talk about expectations, man. This is something that is a hot topic when you're really talking about destiny. You know, I've heard so many people say, yeah, our expectations of this game ruined it. And I can see that point, right? I think both sides are valid, and I'll get into the other side in a little bit, but I definitely do understand what it feels like to expect the world from a game and all these great new concepts that they talk about to work, and then you get it and it's nowhere close to that. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that the developer was working any less hard on the title. It just means where your imagination was taking you is not what was delivered. And I feel like that's such a touchy subject, right? Because how do you tell somebody to lower their expectations? Because that's how things get done. It's always somebody's imagination or expectation that can't be met that gives them a motivation to get into it and do it themselves. Or you hear people say, yeah, when I was a kid I used to dream that such and such, and now this and now that. We should never really lower our expectations, but I think it's our responsibility as human beings first, consumers, gamers, people that are vested in these products that we care about. It is our responsibility to sort of manage your expectation and really at the end of the day come back to earth and say, okay, that wasn't realistic, or it's okay if that wasn't delivered, but you look for the little breadcrumbs to say they're on the way there, and that I can deal with. Now, the other side of that coin is the game developers, and I really want to put this I want to sugarcoat this. I don't want to make anyone angry. Not that I give a fuck if people get angry, but I really want to be fair here. I think there's a very distinct difference between game developers, publishing studios, and marketing teams that work for the publishing studios. You get what I'm saying? So you can have this game developer who just wants to put their nose down and work and make this game the best that it can be, and really execute on their initiatives, their goals, their imagination, and meet their own expectation. And then you have the publisher who walks in the door with the suit, say, hey guys, we still on track for November 3rd, right? Yeah, that's happening. Okay, cool. That better be happening, because you know if that doesn't happen, such and such and such, right? And then you get the same publisher saying, okay, E3 is coming. It's 4 years away. I need you guys to put on this monkey suit and get on stage and dance. And it's not fair to the developer. And then they get in these situations where we can go back and look at footage of what Bungie was saying about Destiny, or what Sony was saying about what is this game here, Drive Club. And then we listen, we can play what they said then and compare it to what we have now. Most times it's a total miss, and it's so frustrating to see that. And it's like, why do you make these developers get up there and do this song and dance and pretend, and then you don't even give them enough time to deliver the project? And it's already bad enough. I feel like the developers push back a lot. You know, that's why we hear of things getting delayed. Drive Club was delayed for a whole year. The Order was delayed. It's so much of these games are being delayed, and it's like, is that a bad thing? From a developer standpoint, no, because I think they can push back only so much. You only get one delay, son. That's pretty much what it comes down to. But the problem is, you don't need a delay if an acceptable date for the project scope was provided in the first place. A delay happens when the publisher house steps through the door and says, oh, that's cool, I want it on the shelf by tomorrow. And you go, well, you know, I can try, I'll see what I can do for you. And then tomorrow comes and you're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And then you get this delay. I wish these publishers would just let these guys work, man. Give them some time to live up to the promises. And me personally, it took me a while to really find that scenario I just explained to you, because I was just sick and tired of E3 in general, because it became nothing but promises. Yeah, this is going to do that, and that's going to do this, and then together they're going to be mind-blowing, and we're going to take off on a rocket ship to Mars, and we're never going to come down. It's Jesus Christ, it's annoying, and I was so agitated. I had to search for these answers as to why things are the way they are in the gaming industry. And it comes back to expectations. My expectations are different these days. Now, when you show me something like Forza Horizon 2, I liked the first one. It just wasn't Forza for me. And I knew immediately what my expectation for that game was. It's going to be a solid game for me to play around when I don't want to race on Laguna Seca 50 times. In Forza, that's fine. I can deal with that. You know what I mean? I expect it to be an accessible racer for guys who aren't all about the sim racing stuff. Fine. And then some more details come out about it, and they go, oh, well, you know, this isn't a iteration of the Forza engine. This is the Forza 5 engine. And now I go, whoa, this is a different ball game. Let me sit up and pay attention here. And then later on, I found out, oh, there's tuning in this game. Like, that right there was it for me. My expectations were met. I didn't start to run off in a wild tangent like, you know, what if I can do this and what if I can do that, and they got to be able to let me put gauge pods in the interior now, and you know, I want to put neon lights underneath because Need for Speed had neon lights underneath the cars. Why can't Forza do it? Like, I didn't do that. You get what I mean? Like, I welcomed the little bit of innovation that they added to the project, and that's what I braced for, and that's what I got. And that's what makes Forza Horizon 2 such an almost perfect title to me. Is this what you told me it was? Is this what I was expecting within reality? Then by God, you did it. And this is how I now rate video games, right? Like, I don't play mediocre games because I don't have time for mediocre games. So a mediocre game to me would be Drive Club, where it came out and by and large the reviews are like, and it's a beautiful game. Clearly these guys knew what they were doing. Clearly they took their time to polish the hell out of that game. Why is it mediocre? I look back at what they said they would deliver. I look back at the delay that happened between what they said and when the game was actually delivered. It's two completely different things. They did not meet expectations. They did not even fulfill a promise in the slightest bit. And that to me is a game that's not worth my time. Doesn't mean it's not any less fun. That's just mediocre shit. I want to know that I'm playing something that is 100% true to what I expected. Because let's be real here, I never played Motorstorm. I don't know what to expect. But from what I've seen, those guys are very talented. And damn, that game is beautiful. They got some talent. But yeah, I want to know particularly these 4 titles from you guys. I want to know about Drive Club. I want to know about Forza Horizon 2. I want to know about The Order. And I'm going to throw my man Drake in there. Man, I love Uncharted. I want to know what your expectations are and what you think expectations should be and how you perceive expectations. And this is a good exercise for all of us to do, right? Really sit down and understand how you think things are. And then you'll get to this point where you're like, am I just being too harsh? Am I just expecting too much? Or is it just that these dudes aren't living up to what they should be? Are we giving them by quote-unquote lowering expectations? Are you giving these clowns a free pass on a $60 game they sell you with $120 worth of DLC? It's your boy Uncle RZA. I'm out of here, man. Peace.